first.
What is up, you sexy beasts? There is so much going on in our space. I've been sitting here for the last hour trying to decide what to cover in this video. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to hit record and just see what happens. First of all, Maddie Rogers. She's an American weightlifter competing in the 78 kg weight class. She snatched 112 kgs for a new American record. And then clean and jerked 143 kgs. Again, another record. Giving her a total of 255 kgs. So she's become the lightest woman in American weightlifting history to a total in the 250s. So just unbelievable.
And that's it.
Easy. That's
a new American record. Get up! Fight for it. Let's go! She can jerk this. Stay with it! Stay! Yes! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Phil?
That is a 6 for 6. That is an Olympic class.
Oh my!
Right there.
American weightlifting is insane right now, everyone.
Earlier today, we saw Mr. Dave Castro announce, or I guess semi-announce, the first event of the 2021 CrossFit Games. The games will start on Wednesday, the 28th of July, Wednesday morning. And the first event is going to be a swim and a paddle. And both of those are going to be long distance. And that's all we've got. So he said the swim will be long and the paddle will be even longer. And guess what? The video was not posted on Dave's Instagram. It was actually posted on the Games Instagram page, and then Dave reshared it. So that's the way it should be, you know?
The first individual event at the 2021 CrossFit Games will take place on July 28th. That's a Wednesday. That Wednesday morning, the individual athletes will do the following: swim, distance, long, and paddle, distance, even longer. I'm excited about the games. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone there. It's going to be a wild ride. And if you can't make it there as a fan, tune in at games.crossfit.com.
And I saw that event and I was like, oh, my heart just breaks for Mr. Khan Porter especially, but also for James Newbury. Just two boys that would have just loved that event. So on that note, the Last Chance Qualifier was this past weekend, and I want to do another video breaking it down a bit more once I've kind of gathered my thoughts on the whole thing. I really wish there were more tests. I think for what it was a last chance qualifier. Like, these guys are getting a second chance. They really should have qualified at the semifinals. So I get that, and it's probably appropriate to just have 4 tests. But I don't know. I guess I'm just what do you call it? Clinching at straws? Clinching at straws? Is that a saying? Clutching at straws? Clutching at straws. Make a desperate attempt at saving oneself. For example, he had lost the argument, but he kept grasping at straws. There you go. I guess I'm just being hopeful, just being regretful, just clutching at straws. That my two boyfriends, James Newbury and Khan Porter, did not qualify, but I'm sure they're both very proud of their efforts. But the mad Russian and good dude, Roman Krinikov, he won it. He took out the Last Chance Qualifier, and the Canadian Alexandra Caron came in second place. So good job, boys. Well deserved. On the ladies' side, we had the Swede Emma Tall take it out, and Christy Eremo O'Connell come in second place. I want to give a massive shout out to the third place finisher though. Our girl, Maddie Sturt, all the way from Australia. I was blown away, incredibly blown away by Maddie's deadlift. She must be I think she's the smallest, she must be the shortest or the smallest athlete in the field. And she deadlifted 175 kgs for 3. I think that is 386 pounds. That's an absurd amount of weight for how tiny she is. So Maddie just narrowly missing out in third place. Well done, girl. So as I said, I'll do another video breaking down the Last Chance Qualifier a bit more as some more information comes to light. I believe that they're not going to make their results official until the 10th of July, so we're still about 5 days away from it being official. So there could be some reviews on the videos, some penalties still come into play. But hopefully what we see there now is the final leaderboard. I heard the Canadian athlete Cedric Lapointe on the Sevan podcast mention that he thought the 4 tests or the weekend's tests heavily favoured taller athletes. You had the rowing event, the deadlift event, and also the legless rope climbs. He believed all 3 of those heavily kind of were biased towards taller athletes. I went through all the profiles of the kind of top 5 men, top 5 women, and it doesn't seem that that taller athletes kind of necessarily ended up at the top. Especially on the women's field, you've got Maddie Stewart coming 3rd, being one of the shorter athletes. You had Christy Irma O'Connell, one of the shorter athletes, coming in 2nd place. So I'm not sure that was a valid point. But anyway, I'm sure there'll be lots more to discuss on this weekend's Last Chance Qualifier. So maybe I'll come back tomorrow and talk more about that. Guys, guess what? I have applied for an exemption. I've applied for an exemption to travel to the US. And if it comes through, I'm taking it as a sign that I'm meant to be at the games, and I'll go. So now I was going to wait and see if that comes back in the next week. And if it does, I'm going to just make a way. I just feel like there's too many cool stories to tell this year with Matt Fraser not being there and with Cara being at the games again in person. I just feel like there could be some really cool stories and I don't want to miss it. So we're trying our best to get to the games. I'll keep you updated. And then last topic for today's video is a 30-day challenge that I've decided to do. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen a post last week asking you for some ideas on what I should try and do for the next 30 days. And I have selected my topic. I'm not sure if I'm going to share it yet. I don't think I will. I think I'll keep it on the DL. And that's the down low for those of you that don't know. Who says DL? That's such an old man thing to say. I'm keeping it on the DL. Oh, man. But the whole idea behind the 30-day challenges is for me to document the 30 days and to kind of report back as to how I found that particular thing, whether I thought it was helpful, what my results were. And so that's going to be a fun, really high quality video that I'll produce once a month. I'm going to put a bit more effort into those and I'm hoping they'll be really well received. So I've got my little 30-day tick box there. In fact, I've created a PDF of this little 30-day tick box. It's nothing crazy, but it's a little Sexy Beast challenge. It's got the little tribe logo in the background. It's got 30 boxes. So if you want that PDF, just go into the description. I'll leave a link there. You can click it and download it and then print it out. If you want to do any 30-day challenges, you can stick that on your wall and kind of tick off how you're going. So I'm 2 days in to my 30-day challenge. I think that's all for now, team. I hope you are doing fantastic on a Monday. Stay sexy, keep roaring love, and I will see you most probably tomorrow. Mwah.